Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. Today is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024. We just got the Gleaming Deaths Season 19 Season Pass update. Of course, we are going to go over the Gleaming Deaths improvement and fixes, and we're also going to go over the changes in the perk cards, okay? So everything will be timestamped in the video, so if you want to skip ahead, something you're wondering about, you can, obviously do so with the timestamps and chapters. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Now, all this information is right on the Bethesda.net website. So just an FYI, stability improvements. The Gleaming Deaths update brings various stability improvements to the game across all platforms, including some speculative changes to improve stability on PlayStation. This change should address several memory-related shutdowns. Please continue to share your experience with us to continue to focus on improving performances in the game. Of course, you do that right on the Bethesda.net website by placing in tickets. All right, best builds. Fixed an issue where best build names and tags were displaying as a series of periods. Fixed an issue where correct tags were not seen for best builds. Camp and workshops. Jack-o'-lanterns can now be repaired without having to open the build menu when destroyed. Fix an issue where the Triumph Terrence foundation could not be placed correctly. Fix an issue where the Raiders Lodge could not be placed if players already have the Hunter's Lodge in their camp. I didn't even know that was a thing. Players can no longer inspect/repair the no items entry in the Tinkerer's Workbench. Fix an issue that caused players to be unable to build a cement truck in their camps. All right, that's interesting. All right, Caravans. Thank you to everyone who's tested the two new vendors, Wendy and Collector Murma, during the public test server. We're going to hold onto them for now with the intent to release them in the future. Update the vendors need more time to solve some disputes about whether it's responsible to lure cryptids to Mob Post 0 for the sake of gathering information. Yeah, right on. Okay. Fix an issue that caused caravan completion fanfare to be shown out of order. Disconnecting and reconnecting at start of a caravan event no longer causes encounters to not spawn. Fixed pathing issues across some caravan routes. Fix an issue that could cause the Brahmin to not visually carry the correct size of cargo. Supplies are correctly displayed. A description in the currency section in the Pip-Boy. Fix an issue where objectives for caravans were displayed under separate quests. Fix an issue where players are unable to craft or build certain rewards after learning their corresponding recipes. Okay. All encounter groups now correctly match their shipment size. Fix an issue with vendor inventories not refreshing after upgrade without re-entering the Milepost 0 interior. Okay. Move down a little bit here. Players no longer drop loot bags when dying during the caravan. Fix an issue that could cause a Brahmin death to fail the caravan once the player has reached the drop box. Fix an issue preventing players from speaking to Marley while the bump in the road completion fanfare plays. Fix an issue where player was not receiving cryptid bait when they have completed the quiz. Defeat the Liberator objective now correctly gets marked as completed and updated. Fix the bug causing caravans to run endlessly around Skyline Valley Drive. I definitely been there, helped someone out there, I would say a couple weeks ago, and I was like, what is going on with this Brahmin? It just seemed we're going in circles. It was quite something, but we finally completed, but it seemed like it took forever, like 20-25 minutes. That's good. Enki now correctly spawns after talking to Marley. The following caravan encounters now appear at the appropriate difficulty options: Super Mutants, Mole Miners, Broken Down Caravans. Fix an issue where Inky was not updating to a vendor until leaving and re-entering the MPZ interior. Up in the road. Fix an issue where holotape does not autoplay if the player moves away from the Blue Ridge worker corpse too quickly, preventing quest progression. And I heard some people saying that. I think the very first day we got that caravan, people were saying that in the comments. So that's quite something. Encounter locations are now appearing correctly on the map. Cryptids now correctly spawn and are not running away during encounters. Encounters not spawning correctly after being selected from the caravan manager Bump in the road. Players do not quest are no longer able to loot the dead Brahmin. Fixed a bug where the bump in the road could not be tracked via the paper map. Okay. Bump in the road. Fix an issue when objectives are not checkpointed correctly and need to be completed again after the relogging if the player was disconnected. Okay, well, that's good. All right. Food and aid items. Herd mentality serum. Updated description to indicate proximity to teammates is irrelevant. Bobblehead medicine now benefits the team medic perk. Spiked venison and tato stew no longer incorrectly gains a damage buff from slow metabolism. Okay, or metabolizer. Perishable items should no longer decay while in the vendor's inventory. Fix an issue where Nooker World on Tour specific cook food items did not count toward completion of Eat a Cooked Meal weekly challenge. Okay, that's cool. General, we have best builds and caravans now have entry in the help menu. Okay, benefits to buy and sell prices at NPC vendors from charisma are no longer capped at 25 and now scale to 100. Okay, that's interesting. Fixed missing text for some lunchbox effects. Damage dealt by damage reflection effects is now scaled by DR. Fixed a case where perk cards could be unequipped when logging in. Okay. Huh. Dialog box is now shown if perk cards were unequipped during login. Update the scrap confirm dialog box to provide more information about the item being scrapped. Includes quality for the item being scrapped. This also applies to creating items, and we came across this during our daily weekly challenge videos. That's what I was kind of noticing, so that's interesting. That's not too bad. Like when you're scrapping weapons and armor, for example. So that's pretty cool. Lists of any mods can be learned from scrapping. Complete item name is now correctly displayed. Super mutant suiciders have a small chance to drop a mini nuke when killed without exploding. Oh, okay. Addressed an issue where the health of resistance for the Scorched Beast Queen, Ultrasight Titan Wendigo, Colossus Earl weren't using update values. Updated Black Woodsman magazine covers the match. Their description bonuses. Okay. Fixed an issue where legendary stars were missing in truncated item names. Okay. Acquiring the Sludge Lung Disease from Wendigos now completes the survival challenge. That's good. Players can now complete in a costume challenge wearing the Grim Reaper outfit and headwear. Okay, we came across that during the Spooky Scorched event we had this past Halloween there, so that's interesting because I mentioned that pretty much almost in every video. Seems like sometimes it feels like they're trolling me. I don't know what it is. It's weird. Del Lawson now uses the correct vendor inventory. Fix an issue where the names and plans and recipes do not include the known prefix when indicated. Blue Devil now correctly has a head as a weak point. That's good. Fix an issue where tin cans were received while scrapping weapons while in power armor. Okay. Fashion that day, the defend the parade marchers objective now correctly completes when the boss is defeated. Okay. Address an issue where NPCs using laser rifles could occasionally deal unexpectedly high damage. Fix an issue where pencils and the other narrow items are difficult to pick up, such as cigarettes. Fix an issue where enemies would spawn under the terrain during Heart of the Swamp, preventing completion. Yeah, definitely have seen that before. All right, legendary mods. Legendary mods can be received or learned, are now listed when scrapping items. Fix an issue where charisma, intelligence, and luck legendary mods could be found on weapons. Okay. Legendary mods and the Tinker's Workbench are now split into groups by star count. 2-shot. By the accuracy of recoil detail in the description text, they are still visible with the workbench menu. Durability now grants plus 50 durability to the item. Clicking on legendary mod when modifying an item at a workbench will now show the currently equipped legendary mod. Okay. Mutations, Speed Demon, fixed reload speed not being displayed. Bird Bones, fixed fall speed not being displayed. Marsupial, fixed jump height not being displayed. Bird Mentality effect, active effect is now displayed rather than the serum description. Empath. Fixed display issue with a positive effect would be lowered instead of the negative. The positive effect was not reflecting the strange in numbers bonus. Addresses an issues where the empath mutation damage reduction for teammates was twice as effective as intended for explosion damage. Address an issue with empath and mutations affecting increasing the damage taken, would cost twice the much additional explosion damage as expected. Interesting. Go down here a little bit. Oh. Address an issue where empath mutation has stronger decrease to teammates' damage taken than expected, as if in strange in numbers perk was always active, regardless of whether the empath user had strange in numbers equipped. Okay. Herbivore carnivore adjusted description to be more readable. Unstable isotope added more information about the effects. Electrically charged added more information about the effects. Changed damage type to enemies, to energy. Twisted muscles. Addressed an issue with the twisted muscle mutation wasn't affected by the strange in numbers perk. Had a much lower than intended chance to cripple enemies. Had no effect for unarmed weapons. We gained twice the intended benefits from strange in numbers perk. Okay. Dev note. Effect of this mutation was originally reduced in an earlier update. The effect of the mutation, the strange in numbers version perk, had not been updated at the time. The change brings Eagle Eyes in line with expectations for how strange in numbers affects mutation. Address an issue where the increased hunger/thirst penalty for speed demon mutation has no effect. Had no effect, I should say. Address an issue with the effect of class freak perk, speed demon serum impact on negative mutation effects. The Rad X effect on suppressing the effects of speed demon were not properly represented in the Pip-Boy. Address an issue with the speed demon mutation would also count as an empath mutation for reducing damage dealt to teammates. Alongside the other empath bugs, this is causing 33% reduction in all damage taken, and a further 33% reduction to explosion damage taken while on a team, so long as a fellow teammate was using the speed demon mutation. Mutation prefixes for the Night Stalker in One Violent Night should now be visible. Okay. Perks. Life Giver. Fix an issue where the perk could regenerate HP. Action Boy/Girl. Fix the display issue with the AP regen and effects. Born Survivor. Fix an issue where all ranks use to 20% threshold. Born Survivor no longer triggers when taking red damage while your health is below 20%. Fix an issue where legendary perks would sometimes award special than expected when rejoining a server. Okay. Fix an issue where multiple perk card opening animations display the same joke. Humor has been reinstalled. Right on. Thanks, Bethesda. Address an issue where Tormentor perk had no effect or automatic weapons. That's good. I noticed that a few times. Address an issue where Hack and Slash legendary perk would cause additional damage to the original target, rather than only deal the damage to other nearby targets. Alright, so here's a good one here. Quests. Sins of the Father. Players should no longer be forcibly enter dialogue with Antonio in the split second between phrases of the confront Antonio conversation in Sins of the Father. From Russia with Love, Lev now has a visible interact prompt if he is down before the player talks to him. Fix an issue where Scout Badge for completing all daily quests could become incompletable. Hornwright Estate Access Keycard and Hornwright Safe Room Access Card are no longer removed from the player's inventory after completing the quest and logging out. Tunnel Allow the objective marker for repairs the tracks now appropriately encompass the gameplay area. Robot Repair. The broken robot in the encounter no longer plays Protective Serve until being repaired. Free range appropriate failure fanfare is now displayed when the event fails due to all Brahmin dying. jetpacks evasion, the family guards that occasionally appeared during the beginning are no longer damageable or killable by players. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping there'd be a little bit more in these quests, because I do get the odd comments from some folks still having issues with surrounding that whole Rose Room quest line. But I suppose I always recommend to people, if you are having any issues and you can't get past certain points, even after trying it and logging off, shutting down your console, always put in a ticket to Bethesda, because if they don't know, they're not going to fix it. All right. And I know that's why I just always recommend to people, always place in a ticket so they know what's going on, so they can fix that stuff. Seasons. Fix an issue where names are cut off small season board card. Stone oven cooking station can now be used again. That's good. That was a big issue with a lot of people. Jacko lights now play the right FSX upon destruction. Okay. Fix UI errors where the text texturation will break season reward tile, whatever that means. Progress bars now completely fill up during combat events when the wave completed. Fix an issue where players learning a new recipe would jump off the top of a current list after learning. That's good, because that was a major pain of mine. Fix an issue where player name plates are no longer showing above their head. Okay. Pip-Boy sorting no longer gets stuck in alphabetical option. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, that third one down, the one in the middle. So every time you get it planned and you learn the plan, it would jump out to the other end of the list. And it was so annoying, so that's good. Weapons and armor. Civil Unrest and Bunker Buster no longer incorrectly displays a 5-star legendary weapon. Adding item tag for improved weapons, improvised weapons. Thirst Zapper. Magazines now have the correct number of shots with the quad legendary mod equip. Okay. Karma Syringer, updated effect description. Gatling Plasma now deals split damage similar to other plasma weapons. Gatling Plasma should perform the same as average against enemies with equal physical and energy resistance. Address an issue where shotgun durability was much higher than expected as a result of an earlier change. Shotguns previously would lose durability per pellet instead of per shot. Shotgun durability had not yet been updated to match the much lower durability impact after the change. There's an issue where weapons other than shotguns could be affected by the Enforcer perk card. Address an issue where NPCs using laser rifles could occasionally deal unexpectedly high damage. Yeah, I agree with that. This occurred when NPCs were using laser rifles with sniper barrels, which will charge over time when not giving fire on in order to deal more damage on the next shot. These mods have been removed from NPC-specific laser rifles. Right on. Yeah, okay. Huh. Ultrasight laser gun. Ultrasight laser Gatling laser will display correct consistency in the Pip-Boy repair view and workshop view. Fix an issue with Hellstorm missile launcher would deal lower damage than indicated by the Pip-Boy V63 laser carbine. Fix an issue where the flame icon was missing from the V63 laser carbine HUD. Fix an issue where preventing the display on the weapon from animating. Weapon can no longer be dropped, traded, or sold. It's interesting. Fix an issue where a player could miss the plan if it was learned before completing unconventional weaponry. Fix an issue with the T45 VATS matrix overlay did not show up as an option once learned. Crafting Secret Service armor now quickly counts towards challenges. Okay. Fix an issue with jetpacks not working after exiting power armor. Okay, that's interesting. You know that was a thing. Reaper Paint is now correctly unlocked for the Ultrasight Gatling laser. Automatic and charging no longer appear on the weapon's item stats or dynamic description. Weapon and armor mods. Mutation. Fix an issue where multiple armor parts with this effect did not stack. Following are no longer considered costumes. 63 riot control helmet. 63 riot control helmet Oh, burnt version, okay. Vault 63 Recon Helmet, burnt. Vault 63 Recon Helmet, Vault 63 Security Helmet, burnt. Vault 63 Security Helmet, handmade. Fix an issue where handmade rifle sight, reflex sight circle mod would not display in the player's inventory. Gatling Plasma, new mod plans added are tradable. Updated beam splitter to work similar to other splitter mods. Now fires +4 projectiles instead of the flame projectiles. Okay. Well, that should be interesting. The flamer mod, the flamer nozzle, scrap to learn, converts weapon to flamer style weapon. Accelerated nozzle, find the plan, increases fire rate. Gamma wave emitter, find the plan, adds burning damage, converts some damage into fire. Calibrated capacitor, find the plan, adds crit damage. Large core receptacle, find the plan, increases ammo damage. Stinging core receptacle, find the plan, grants armor penetration. And swift core receptacle, find the plan, increases reload speed. I'm not a big fan of finding the plan. I'm a big fan of getting a weapon, either finding it or crafting it, and then scrapping it to get the plan. That's what I'm a fan of, not trying to find this plan somewhere. Like, you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Fixed an issue where Gatling Plasma mods did not drop from government aid drops in the forest. War Drum no longer requires tin cans when crafting. Added steel and lead requirement for crafting. Okay, that makes sense. That's what, scrapping tin cans is. Canteen mod, updated the backpack mod to apply the correct buff, allowing the player's thirst bar to continually fill. Players who learn the plan may reapply the mod to receive the proper buff. Players who not learn the plan will need to do so before applying the mod. Important note, the Canteen backpack mod needs to be removed and reapplied to work as intended. Fix an issue with the AP cost of 10mm SMG was not correctly affected by automatic fire receiver mods. Okay, that's weird. All right, cool. So that's everything. A little disappointed with the quest section, of course. I would have thought there would have been more in there with all the comments that my little channel gets. I can only imagine what other YouTubers get. All right, so let's go back a page here. Now, this section here with the perk cards, you actually have to kind of go down. I would have thought they would have kept it near the beginning, but we got this actually last week, November 19th. Sorry, more than last week. The Gleaming Desk perk card changes. So some of you may already know about this, and some may not. Okay, so I mentioned this both in my daily weekly challenge videos today to make sure you check your perk cards. Okay, there's been a lot of changes. All right, let's go ahead and open it up here. Hopefully it will let us here. Okay, good stuff. All right. Inside the vault, Gleaming Desk perk card changes. Gleaming Desk update released. Some substantial balance changes to a handful of perk cards. I would say more than a handful. We wanted to make sure you had the heads up on what's changing so you can prepare for builds for the update. Yeah, right on. Or change your build. More like it. The goal was to take generally underperforming perks and make them more interesting and easier to incorporate into your builds by removing some extra ranks, lowering the cost, changing their effect to scale with the related primary state. Here are the look at the perk card changes that are arriving. And this, of course, starts today, December 3rd, 2024. All right, let's go ahead here. Mutations Skeleton, ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect, limb damage reduction. Effect now scales with endurance. All right. All night long, ranks reduced from 3 to 1. Rank 1 perk point cost increased from 1 to 2. New effect, the positive effect of pre-war alcohol lasts twice as long. Batteries included. Ranks reduced from 3 to 2. Rank 1 now offers 45% weight reduction. Rank 2 now offers 90% weight reduction. All right, as compared to the 3 that we had before. Bloodsucker, ranks reduced from 3 to 1. move from charisma to endurance. Okay, so they've done this with a couple of the perk cards. Okay, they changed the whole category of them. Rank 1 gains the effects of the former rank 3 effect. Okay, healing bonus increased from 150% to 200%. Additional effect benefits now also apply to Cannibal. Bullet Shield. Move from strength to endurance. Added a 4th rank. Now effect 5% chance per rank to deflect ranged attacks for 6 seconds while firing a heavy weapon. Alright, so I did notice that. Cannibal. Ranks reduced from 3 to 1. Increase the healing received and hunger restored at rank 1. So all these ones that are being reduced from 3 to 1, so instead of being a 3-star, they're a 1-star now. Okay? And some of them have even changed categories. Cap Collector. Ranks reduced from 3 to 1. Now applies to containers and corpses, not just cap stashes. Okay. New effect, the amount of caps found scales with luck. Evasive. Rank reduced from 3 to 1. New effect now increases evade chance based on agility. First Aid. Ranks reduced from 3 to 1. Now effects Stimpack Diffuser. New effects Stimpack Healing Scales with Intelligence. 4-Leaf Clover. Ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect misses and vast contribute to the critical meter based on luck. Okay, well that's good. Hard Bargain. Ranks reduced from 3 to 1. Rank 1 now grants plus 7 charisma while bartering with NPCs. Iron Stomach now also increases energy resistance. Junk Shield. Ranks reduced from 3 to 1 now works well in power armor. Additional effect now also scales with luck. Life Giver. Ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect improves HP gain from endurance. Lone Wanderer. Ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect AP regen and defense bonus based on charisma. Natural Resistance no longer increases energy resistance. Night Ice removes requirement of the time of day. Ordnance Express. Ranks reduced from 3 to 2. Rank 1 now offers 45% weight reduction. Rank 2 now offers 90% rank reduction. Pharmacist. Rank reduced from 3 to 1. New effect Radiation Healing scales with intelligence. No longer required to craft disease cures or water filters. Professional Drinker. Ranks reduced from 3 to 2. Ricochet. Ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect now increases deflect chance based on luck. Deflect grants a chance to deflect 100% of the damage of ranged attack back to the attacker and reduces the damage you take from the attacker by 50%. Deflect chance receives a bonus while wearing heavy armor or power armor plus 50% multiplayer while in power armor. The amount of damage reflection is doubled 200%. Serendipity. Ranks reduced from 3 to 1. New effect now increases evade chance while under 30% life based on luck. Evade provides a chance to avoid all incoming damage from direct attacks. Evade can happen once every second, and the cooldown is now increased by armor. Please note, evade cannot happen when overcumbered or while in power armor. Okay? Armor increases evade cooldown at following rates. Light armor plus 0.1 second per piece. Medium armor plus 0.2 seconds per piece. Heavy armor plus 4 seconds per piece. Alright, Starched Jeans. Ranks reduced from 2 to 1. Move from luck to endurance. Rank 1 now provides the benefits of former rank 2. Through Hiker. Ranks reduced from 3 to 2. Move from agility to endurance. Rank 1 now offers 45% weight reduction. Rank 2 now offers 90% weight reduction. Okay, so more than just a handful, I would say, of these perk cards. And I wasn't even going to bother making this video because it's been out, this information's been out for the last maybe week and a half, 2 weeks. But I thought, you know what, there might be some people who are still fairly new to the game or don't look at the website. And so I just thought I'd kind of go through it anyway, in case you guys use any of these perk cards. I know for me, I use, quite a few of these, and, it's going to be something to get used to. But there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share me to the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, G33K, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ghost, Primus, Chainsaw 9099. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.